Los Angeles Lakers head coach J.J. Redick voiced intense dissatisfaction after his team's disastrous showing against the Phoenix Suns on Tuesday night. Although the final score of 132-128 told part of the story, it failed to fully reflect how non-competitive the Lakers were from start to finish. From the opening tip, Los Angeles appeared overwhelmed and outclassed, unable to match Phoenix's intensity or execution. The Lakers repeatedly failed to slow the Suns' offense, and their inability to protect the paint proved especially damaging. Redick identified this defensive weakness as the central reason Phoenix was able to build a commanding and ultimately unreachable lead. According to the rookie head coach, the Suns scored on their first 13 straight possessions in the second half, producing an extraordinary offensive rating of roughly 140 points per 100 possessions. Even more troubling was Phoenix's dominance in the painted area. The Suns generated a 1.43 offensive rating whenever they touched the paint, and they attacked that space on nearly every trip down the floor. Los Angeles had no effective counter for Phoenix's constant penetration, which resulted in uncontested shots and easy scoring chances throughout the night. Redick went on to explain the deeper issues facing his team at the point of attack on defense. He noted that the Lakers' current roster makeup and the specific abilities of available players leave very little room for mistakes. Compared to teams like Phoenix, which feature more versatile athletes and natural defensive stoppers, the Lakers must rely heavily on flawless execution. Because of these limitations, defensive schemes must be carried out with near-perfect precision to produce positive outcomes. The coach emphasized how essential disciplined execution becomes when a team lacks elite defensive personnel. Every player must adhere strictly to the defensive plan, pick up assignments at the correct spots on the floor, and guard designated areas with focus and consistency. When Los Angeles strings together multiple possessions of disciplined defense, they are capable of competing at a high level. Unfortunately, Tuesday night reflected none of that structure or attention to detail. Redick's frustration intensified when he addressed specific breakdowns that occurred early in the game. He referenced an attempted zone defense that immediately collapsed, resulting in a layup followed by a wide-open three-pointer. He also questioned why Mark Williams was being defended at the three-point line, highlighting confusion and miscommunication within the defensive assignments. On another possession, the Lakers failed to properly execute their ice coverage and pick-and-roll responsibilities. When defenders went under screens, Phoenix capitalized without hesitation, turning those decisions into effortless baskets. The coach pointed out a familiar pattern that has plagued the Lakers throughout the season, particularly against younger and more athletic teams that move the ball quickly and cut with purpose. In those matchups, Los Angeles often appears sluggish and unable to match the pace. Redick admitted that at certain points, the coaching staff exhausts its tactical options when players cannot even execute basic defensive principles. Perhaps most importantly, Redick addressed the underlying issue of effort and commitment. He made it clear that playing hard ultimately comes down to individual decisions made by each player on every possession. While the team spends considerable time practicing defensive concepts and studying film, knowledge alone is not enough. Players must actively choose to exert maximum effort, whether that means sprinting back in transition, fighting through screens, or making the extra defensive rotation. Redick described basketball as a game built on countless decisions. No player will make the correct choice every time, but success depends on making the right decision far more often than not. He explained that it is not surprising when players struggle to consistently choose the harder option, as human nature naturally favors comfort and convenience. However, he emphasized that comfort and winning cannot coexist at the professional level. If the Lakers want to compete with championship-caliber teams, They cannot afford shortcuts or half measures. The coach's comments suggested that his focus has shifted away from tactical tweaks and toward player accountability. At this point in the season, Redick sounds like a coach who has delivered his message and now expects the players to take ownership. The roster must decide whether fully committing to a demanding defensive system and sustained effort is worth the required sacrifice. Without collective buy-in, the Lakers will continue to struggle against disciplined opponents that play with greater energy and execution. The loss to Phoenix underscored problems that strategy alone cannot fix. When a team lacks effort, urgency, and shared commitment, even the best coaching plans lose their effectiveness. Redick has identified the core issue, and now the responsibility falls squarely on the players to determine whether they are willing to make meaningful changes before the season slips away from their grasp. Despite these struggles, the Lakers have also established themselves as one of the most prominent teams in the NBA this season, largely due to their star trio of Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and LeBron James. Together, they form one of the league's most powerful combinations of talent, production, and star appeal. This group has fueled a strong start and demonstrated the ability to compete with any opponent on a given night. Doncic and Reeves currently rank as the highest-scoring duo in the league, showcasing impressive chemistry and complementary skill sets. Their partnership has produced consistent offensive fireworks, overwhelming defenses with versatility and creativity. James, who missed significant time early in the season because of injury, has recently returned to his familiar elite level, adding another layer to an already dangerous offense. When all three stars are healthy and engaged, Los Angeles can match up with any team in the NBA. Their blend of scoring, playmaking, and experience creates constant challenges for opposing coaches attempting to craft defensive game plans. As one of the most iconic franchises in global sports, the Lakers also provide unmatched exposure to anyone wearing the purple and gold. That global reach was evident once again in recent social media metrics released by the NBA. The league revealed its list of the 10 most viewed players across all official platforms this season, highlighting those who generate the most fan engagement. Unsurprisingly, Doncic topped the list, reflecting both his dominance on the court and his immense popularity online. Doncic's position at number 1 comes as little surprise, given that he leads the league in scoring while ranking 4th in assists. His all-around brilliance and highlight reel performances drive massive engagement. The gap between Doncic and second-place finisher Victor Wembanyama is staggering, with the Lakers star amassing nearly 140 million more views. LeBron James placed 4th on the list, an impressive achievement considering he missed more than half the season to date. His ranking underscores his unmatched influence, as his presence alone generates enormous attention even when he is sidelined. Austin Reeves' appearance at 7th was perhaps the most surprising and impressive result. The undrafted guard has emerged as a legitimate star, ranking just behind Nikola Jokic and ahead of numerous established all-stars. Reeves' inclusion reflects both his on-court growth and the Lakers' massive platform. He continues to post career-high numbers and has positioned himself as a legitimate all-star candidate. The rest of the top 10 features familiar superstars, including Stephen Curry, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Kevin Durant, Cooper Flagg, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Having 3 players in the top 10 highlights both the Lakers' star power and their global appeal. This visibility boosts merchandise sales, ticket demand, and overall franchise value, reinforcing the Lakers' status as the NBA's most recognizable brand. While defensive struggles have been widely discussed, Tuesday's loss also exposed significant offensive concerns. With Doncic sidelined due to injury, the Lakers lacked the scoring punch that has driven their success. This absence highlighted the team's heavy dependence on a single player for offensive creation. As a result, the front office has begun exploring options to add scoring depth before the trade deadline. Reports suggest the Lakers are considering Sacramento Kings guard Malik, who previously played in Los Angeles and developed strong chemistry with LeBron James. Sacramento's willingness to move Monk amid a disappointing season and potential rebuild has created an opportunity. A potential trade package could include Jared Vanderbilt, Maxi Kleber, and a future second-round pick. From Sacramento's perspective, Kleber's expiring contract offers financial flexibility, while Vanderbilt's defensive skills and youth align with a rebuilding timeline. For Los Angeles, reacquiring Monk could provide an immediate boost to bench scoring. His familiarity with the organization and proven ability to generate offense off the bench make him an appealing option. While questions remain about his current production, Monk's shooting efficiency suggests he could still offer meaningful contributions. Ultimately, the Lakers must carefully evaluate whether Monk represents the best possible upgrade or simply a comfortable choice. Exploring all available options will be essential as the team seeks to address its weaknesses and maximize its championship potential.